Stop being soft. 5 Stoic insights for immediate emotional control. Let me ask you something. Have you ever felt completely defeated, like the ground has been ripped out from under your feet? A moment where life seems to test you, forcing you to face what's most fragile, most vulnerable within you. Maybe it was the loss of someone important, the end of a dream, an unexpected failure at work. We've all been there. These moments, as tough and heavy as they are, hold incredible power, the power to reveal who we truly are. When everything around us seems to be crumbling, we're confronted with a choice. We can see ourselves as victims of circumstance, trapped in pain and frustration. Or we can ask ourselves, what can I learn from this? How can this moment make me stronger? It might sound strange, I know. After all, how can loss, disappointment, or pain possibly serve any purpose, right? But think about it. What if these difficult moments are exactly what we need to reveal our true potential? How many times, after going through the worst, have you looked back and realized that you became someone stronger, more resilient? Life has this curious way of teaching us, sometimes in a harsh, intense way, but always with a purpose. And what if you could look at the hardest moments in your life and instead of asking, why did this happen to me, ask, how can this make me stronger? What a shift in perspective, don't you think? That's what we're going to talk about. Let's work together to understand how these challenges can actually be the building blocks for a stronger, more capable version of yourself, one who's more confident in who you are. Because in the end, it's not the easy moments that define who we are. It's those challenging moments when we have to pick ourselves up and keep moving forward, despite everything. Now, I invite you to reflect. What was the last difficult moment you faced? Think about it. What strength or lesson might it have brought, one you may not have noticed yet? So, have you ever stopped to think about how these tough times, the ones that push us to the edge, are actually doors to a stronger version of ourselves? And maybe you're wondering, all right, but how do I put this into practice? How do I turn this idea into something that actually makes me more resilient, more prepared for whatever comes my way? That's where the first powerful lesson of Stoicism comes in. Embracing discomfort. Yes, that's right, because while we try to escape difficulties, while we seek comfort at any cost, we miss out on the chance to become someone stronger and more prepared for real life. And that's what we're going to talk about now. Insight 1, embrace discomfort as part of growth. Think about it. How often do we chase after what's comfortable, easy, and peaceful? It seems natural, doesn't it? Who doesn't want a life where everything feels safe and free of unpleasant surprises? But Stoicism teaches something a little counterintuitive. It shows us that, in fact, this relentless pursuit of comfort is what slowly weakens us. By avoiding discomfort, we're unknowingly limiting our ability to face life's real challenges. Here's a question I want you to really take time to consider. In which areas of your life do you feel too comfortable? Where are you holding on to what's familiar, what's easy, even though you know it's keeping you from growing? Maybe it's at work, where you avoid stepping up to new challenges, or in a relationship where the fear of facing difficult conversations is keeping you from evolving. The truth is, if we don't face these small daily discomforts, how will we handle the big ones? When you accept discomfort as part of growth, you pave the way for something many seek, but few truly find: genuine character strength. Each time you face a small discomfort, you're actually training your mind, expanding your limits, and strengthening your emotional resilience. Now here's a challenge for you. What could you do today, right now, to step out of your comfort zone? Maybe it's a task you've been putting off, a tough conversation you've been avoiding, or even a small change in your routine. Start with something simple, something that challenges what's comfortable and familiar, because it's right there, in those steps outside the predictable, that your strength starts to build. Real life won't wait until we're ready. So how about we get ready now, by embracing discomfort as part of the journey, and understanding that every small challenge is an invitation for growth. Now, you might be thinking, all right, stepping out of my comfort zone builds strength, but what about when challenges show up out of nowhere? When life tests me in ways I never expected, how can I really be ready to face that? Well, the answer lies in a powerful Stoic practice called premeditation of V and challenges. It's a way to train your mind to react calmly and with control, even when the unexpected strikes. Let's break down how it works. Insight 2. Build resilience through premeditation of challenges. Imagine you have an important meeting tomorrow. Maybe you need to present a project, or maybe it's a difficult conversation that's been put off for too long. Anxiety starts creeping in, and the fear of things going wrong starts to build. But now imagine that instead of avoiding these thoughts, you decided to face each of them head-on, visualizing the possible difficulties that might arise, and seeing how you would respond. That's what the premeditation of challenges is all about. It's about visualizing what could go wrong, anticipating difficulties, and training our mind to handle them with calmness and clarity. When you do this, something remarkable happens. When the challenge actually arrives, you feel more prepared, more in control of your reactions. Stoicism teaches us that instead of running away from negative thoughts or pretending they don't exist, we can use them as mental training. Think of a difficult situation you might face soon. Visualize the possible complications, a conflict, an unexpected problem, maybe even a failure. Now, imagine yourself handling all of it with calm. Visualize your responses. You choose to stay focused, stay balanced, act with clarity. This simple exercise helps your brain understand that you're already prepared to respond because you've already visualized that scenario. You've already practiced your resilience. This is the power of the premeditation of challenges. It's not about creating fear of what hasn't happened yet. It's about building resilience before the challenge even arrives. Think of it as a preparation exercise. Just like an athlete visualizes the race before stepping onto the track, you can visualize your responses, your control, your calm. Now, I want you to try an exercise. Think of something you need to face in the coming days. Some situation that stirs up anxiety. Imagine it and visualize your stoic response. Calm, centered, confident. This simple exercise might be the first step toward building a mind ready for challenges so that when they do arrive, you won't be caught off guard. Instead, you'll be ready. Together, let's take this journey step by step, training our resilience and strengthening our ability to face whatever comes. Preparing for challenges before they arrive is already a big step toward resilience. But what about when the obstacle is right in front of you? When the unexpected has materialized and you have to confront it here and now? Stoic philosophy teaches us that even in those tough moments, there's something valuable to be discovered. Something that can turn any obstacle into a powerful tool for growth. Let's look at how. Insight 3. Turn obstacles into tools for self-development. You know that feeling of facing a problem so big it seems impossible to overcome? Maybe you're in a phase like that now, or maybe you've been there recently. The first reaction is often to want to avoid, sidestep, or even ignore the problem. But what if I told you that the obstacle itself might be exactly what you need to grow? That this very challenge could reveal strengths within you that you didn't even know you had? Stoicism shows us that obstacles are not just barriers in our path. Each obstacle carries with it a valuable lesson, something that teaches us, that shapes who we are. When we face a problem head-on, with courage and openness, we're building a foundation of self-awareness and self-confidence that will prepare us for whatever comes in the future. Think about a challenge you've faced recently. It could have been something at work, a personal matter, or even a problem that affected you emotionally. What did that challenge teach you about yourself? Maybe it revealed a skill you didn't know you had, or showed you that you're capable of enduring more than you imagined. Each obstacle gives us the opportunity to learn more about who we are and what we're capable of handling. I invite you to look at the problems in your life as hidden opportunities. Instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" ask, "What can I learn from this?" This small shift in perspective changes everything. The pain and discomfort gain a purpose. They become tools for self-development. So next time you face an obstacle, pause and ask yourself, what lesson can I take from this? How can this experience make me stronger, wiser? This mindset shift is powerful, and it turns every challenge into a chance for growth, because in the end, it's by pushing our limits and facing difficulties that we build a version of ourselves that is truly unbreakable. Transforming obstacles into growth opportunities is a big step on the Stoic journey. But how can we stay strong, even in everyday moments, in the small things that gradually test our patience and balance? The secret lies in cultivating inner strength every day. Let's explore how to do this. Insight 4. Cultivate inner strength. Daily. Have you noticed how most of our reactions happen almost on autopilot? Someone interrupts you and you get irritated. Something unexpected happens and anxiety kicks in. But what if you could control these reactions and choose how to respond to each situation? Inner strength starts there, in the conscious decision not to let the world dictate how you feel. Stoicism teaches us that this strength isn't something we either have or don't have. It's a daily practice, something we cultivate step by step. Throughout the day, pay attention to moments of irritation, frustration, or even discouragement. These moments are your training grounds, the perfect opportunities to strengthen your emotional control. Instead of reacting impulsively, take a deep breath and ask yourself, do I really need to react this way? How can I choose a response that aligns with my peace and purpose? This daily practice of self-mastery is like mental weightlifting. Each time you consciously choose your response, instead of merely reacting, you're strengthening your emotional resilience. It's as if, with each challenging situation, you're polishing your ability to remain at peace, even when the world around you is chaotic. And the amazing part, this practice accumulates. Day by day, you start noticing that things that used to shake you lose their power. You become someone who responds to life calmly, who sees beyond momentary emotions, and who can maintain balance no matter what happens. So today, try a small exercise. Choose a situation in your day where you tend to react automatically without thinking. It could be a criticism that always bothers you, a task that always stresses you out. In that moment, pause, breathe, and choose your response. Do this every day and watch your inner strength grow and solidify, because in the end, this is true freedom. Not being at the mercy of circumstances, but being in control of your own reactions, your own peace. Let's go together, one step at a time, cultivating this inner strength and building a mind that remains steady, regardless of what happens around us. Cultivating inner strength day by day is a big step toward becoming unshakable. But what if I told you there's a way to access this balance immediately in any situation you face? That's where the Stoic mindset comes in, a practice that lets us tap into emotional control almost instantly. Let's understand how. Insight 5. Develop a Stoic mindset for immediate emotional control. Imagine you're in the middle of a stressful situation. It could be at work, at home, or even in traffic. Your heart starts racing, emotions take over, and all you want is to react, to say or do something in the heat of the moment. In these times, the Stoic mindset offers a way out, a kind of key that unlocks self-control. And the best part? You can apply it right away. The first step to developing this mindset is simple yet powerful. Ask yourself, can I control this? It might seem like a trivial question, but it has the power to bring you back to the present, to interrupt the anxiety cycle and let you focus on what truly matters. When you recognize what's outside your control, like someone else's opinion, an unexpected issue, or even the weather, you realize that there's no point in wasting energy on it. This clarity, this moment of pause, already lessens the emotional impact the situation might have on you, but it doesn't stop there. Another essential practice of the Stoic mindset is daily reflection. Take a few minutes, perhaps at the end of the day, to revisit what happened, what you felt, and how you reacted. Ask yourself, did I get carried away by something beyond my control? How can I respond more calmly next time? This moment of reflection helps solidify your learning and trains your mind to respond with more wisdom. Finally, stay focused on the present. Often we lose emotional control because we're caught up in what-ifs about the future or rehashing things from the past. Stoic practice reminds us that the only moment we truly have is the now. And it's only in the now that we can act, choose, and respond. So when you feel emotions taking over, bring your focus back to the present. Take a deep breath and ask yourself, what can I do in this very moment to stay calm and focused? These simple practices can help you develop a stoic mindset, giving you the ability to access emotional control no matter how intense the situation. Imagine facing a problem and, instead of getting lost in thoughts and automatic reactions, feeling centered with a calm clarity that lets you act without being driven by emotions in the moment. Starting today, try this out. When you face any difficulty, stop and ask, can I control this? If yes, focus on action. If not, shift your perspective on the situation. This simple exercise is one of the pillars of the Stoic mindset and can transform how you handle challenges, bringing calm and control to any situation. Let's develop this practice together and build a mind that stays strong and serene, no matter what life brings our way. Now that we've explored these powerful Stoic tools together, you may be wondering, what now? How can I really put all of this into practice and make Stoicism a part of my life? This is where the Stoic journey begins. The Stoic journey isn't just about learning to handle tough days. It's not just about surviving life's storms. Above all, Stoic practice is a way of embracing life with acceptance and optimism, seeing every challenge, every discomfort as an essential part of our personal development. The beauty of this philosophy is that it teaches us to see the value in difficulties. Instead of avoiding what's uncomfortable, we learn to see it as part of our own growth. Every challenging situation you face is an opportunity to strengthen yourself, to become more resilient and more aware of who you truly are. I invite you to reflect on what we discussed today. Choose one of these Stoic practices and try applying it over the next few days. Maybe it's the exercise of premeditating challenges or the simple act of asking, can I control this, in moments of stress? Maybe it's committing to choosing your responses consciously, exercising your self-control. The important thing is that you start with one step, however small. Because you see, transformation happens gradually. Every small effort you make outside your comfort zone, each time you choose to face what's hard instead of avoiding it, you're shaping your character, making yourself someone more prepared to face whatever comes. It's like chiseling a rock, one strike at a time, until a strong, defined shape emerges. Remember, this is a journey, and Stoicism is a companion that strengthens you with every step. Whether in the silence of a moment of reflection, in the mastery of an automatic reaction, or in simply accepting what's beyond your control. Each passing day, you're building a stronger mindset, a more resilient mind, and a spirit that isn't swayed by external forces but guided by inner peace. So let's walk this Stoic path together, cultivating in ourselves a steady strength, a practical wisdom, and an acceptance that turns every challenge into a step toward becoming our best selves. Thank you for being here, and remember, true strength is born from daily practice, a commitment to self-development, and the courage to face life with serenity and determination.